Let me be honest here, most people who start playing piano quit. Not because they're not talented, not because they're too old, but because piano was never right for them in the first place, and nobody tells you that before you start. So instead of wasting months forcing something that doesn't fit, let's figure it out right now. In the next few minutes, you're going to find out if piano is something you should actually commit to, or something you're better off walking away from early. And I need you to be completely honest with yourself, because by the end of this video, you won't be guessing anymore. Most people ask, am I talented enough for piano? Well, that's not the question. That's not the question that matters. The real question is, do you enjoy the process of learning piano? Because that's what you will spend most of your time doing anyway. So not performing, not showing off, but practicing, fixing mistakes, repeating the same thing over and over again. So let's test if that actually fits you. Do you handle repetition well? This is what piano actually looks like. So you play the same few seconds again and again and again. You fix your right hand, then your left hand, then both together. Then you realize that your left hand is still not that good. So you come back to your left hand. You know what I mean? You repeat that process every single day. So you need to think about it honestly. Have you ever enjoyed grinding something? Like repeating the same exercises at the gym or learning a skill? Can you repeat something even when it gets boring just because you want to improve at it? Or do you lose interest as soon as it feels repetitive? Because here's the reality. If repetition drains you, piano will feel painful for you. But if repetition satisfies you, piano will actually feel rewarding. And if you've already started learning and you keep thinking, why am I playing this again? That's not always lack of discipline. Sometimes it just means this process doesn't suit you. Can you handle slow progress? Because piano progress is weird. You improve a little bit, then nothing happens for a little while, and then suddenly something clicks, something shifts. Most of the time it feels like you're not improving at all. So you need to ask yourself this. Do you get frustrated when results don't show immediately and quickly? Do you need to see progress to stay motivated? Or are you okay putting in effort even when it feels like nothing is changing? Because here's the truth. If you need constant progress, piano will feel frustrating. But if you can trust the slow progress, you'll eventually break through. And if you've already been learning and you're thinking, I've been playing for weeks and I still sound bad and I can't even play a song, well, that's normal. But if that thought makes you want to quit every time, then piano might wear you down eventually. Can you stay consistent without pressure? Because piano is mostly a solo instrument, to be honest with you. So most of the time, it's just you practicing on your own. Nobody's forcing you to practice. Maybe your parents or your peers are doing that. But no team is basically depending on you unless you're a concert pianist. No deadlines are chasing you. It's very easy to skip a day. I do that sometimes. I skip a day, I skip 2 days, and then get back to it. Be honest with you, do you usually finish things without being pushed? Can you sit down and practice for hours even when you don't feel like it? Or do you rely on pressure, deadlines, or someone else keep you going? Because this matters more than people think. If you rely on external pressure, your consistency will fall apart. But if you're self-driven, piano becomes sustainable. And if you've already started and your practice is all over the place, it's not always laziness. Sometimes piano just doesn't give you the structure you need. Okay, do you actually like how piano sounds? This sounds obvious, but most people ignore it. You don't need to love classical music, but you do need to enjoy the sound of piano because you're going to hear it a lot. So think about this. Do you ever listen to piano music on your own when you're, I don't know, on your commute to somewhere or on your free time? Do you search for piano covers, instrumentals, anything like that at all? Do you feel anything when you hear piano? Because if the sound doesn't connect with you, practice will feel empty. If it does, practice starts to feel meaningful. And if you've already started learning and you don't feel anything when you play or listen to piano, that's a strong sign. Not about your ability, but about whether this instrument is for you or fits you at all. And lastly, are you okay being bad for a while? Because you will be, not for a day, not for a week, for a while. Everybody sounds bad at the start, so be honest. Do you avoid things you're not immediately good at? Does sounding bad frustrate or embarrass you? Or can you accept being a beginner? Because this is really important. If you hate being bad at something, you will avoid practicing. But if you accept it, you give yourself space to improve. And if you've already been learning and you feel uncomfortable even playing alone, that feeling will slowly push you away from piano. Okay, here's the fun part, your result. So I want you to think about your answers. If most of your answers were yes, the piano is absolutely a good fit for you. Not because you're talented, but because your mindset matches what piano requires. If your answers were mixed, you can still learn piano, but you'll need more structure, you'll need more discipline, maybe a little pressure, a push, motivation, maybe guidance. And if most of your answers were no, then listen carefully. That doesn't mean you can't learn piano. It just means this instrument is not the right one for you. And forcing it will only make you frustrated. So here's the real question. Not can you learn piano, but does the way piano is learned fit who you are? And I want you to answer that honestly, because you will save yourself a lot of time and doubt. If you're continuing, commit to it. If you're stopping, do it without guilt, because the right instrument should feel challenging but not constantly wrong. So tell me, are you sticking with piano or rethinking it? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.